some of the things I wish hadn't changed. I feel that we had a closeness because we didn't have that many people here. Therefore, we lived in the village and we had no cars. The doctor had the car. We had 3 doctors. We had a hospital. We had a telephone exchange. We had all these things. We had everything we needed but cars. We just didn't. And we didn't miss it because we'd never had that. But we had 2 taxis. Okay. And we went to Lafayette to shop for Easter, Christmas, and before school started. It was the only time we went shopping.
Now, when you say the village, was that Royville at the time, or was it Youngsville?
No, this is Youngsville Village.
Okay.
Roy Village is before me.
And that would be like the downtown area?
Just the small area in the middle part of town, you know. Okay, City Hall and that, and going to the church.
Okay.
All of our activities here, we had no buildings for civic activities. Our activities were all at the school. It was the only big building in the village.
That was Youngsville Middle School?
Youngsville Middle, yes. We had nothing else. No, we had our church bazaars there. Everything that we did for the church, we had to do it at the school. That's the only big building there was then, you know.
And that was K through 12?
Then, what we did during the war was, Second World War, what we did was we would have activities and we would have programs to buy war bonds. The mayor, who later became my father-in-law, he was in charge of this. We have that quite often, is trying to make money to buy war bonds. Yes, that's what happened. Okay, did you know that we had a prisoner of war camp here?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Okay.
This was in the 40s, okay? Yes. We were completely surrounded by sugarcane. Therefore, this is why the government sent German prisoners were here. We had curfew. We could not stay. We had to be in when it got dark. We had to be in our homes, all of us. We had blackout curtains.
Really?
Yeah. This is how we grew up. The teachers would man different stations in the village. You had different stations. They were on stilts. And they would have binoculars and look for planes.
The teachers would do this?
Teachers would do this free of charge, honey. They didn't charge that. This was what the teachers did. I know my mother was one of them, so yeah, she was one of the teachers.
That's incredible. That is incredible, man. POW, you can't.
I'm trying to go back even further.
Can I ask you a question? I don't want to. How many years was that POW?
Why don't you ask me some questions that might help?
Okay, how many years was this POW camp here?
Well, during the war, honey, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Now we couldn't get out. Now we have to be in the door. We have to be in the house. And, you know, and at first we didn't know that. We were too little to know that.
Yes.
See, we didn't know that at first. You know, when we grew up, then we finally heard, you know, we were a little older, you know.
Okay, let me see.
Now, we had our own drugstores. We had 2. We had our own, like I told you, telephone exchange. We had our own hospital. We had 3 doctors. We had our own school, our own Catholic church. We had a Baptist church, and we had a Methodist church. We still have all 3.
What's the Methodist church?
The Baptist church is going towards Sugar Mill on your left.
What
It's
about
a Baptist church.
Okay.
And in the middle of town, the middle of the village, we called it Freetown. It's where the blacks lived. And there's a Methodist church, and it's still there.
Okay. By Melinda's shop?
Past Melinda's.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's, I tell you what, that's incredible information, y'all. And I hope that, I mean, we're not finished today, but I hope that we can continue these conversations with y'all pretty regularly.
What I'm trying to do is, as I think of things, I'm putting them down. You know, write them down. I don't know. You think, you know, you have time to do that.
Yes.
You know, but you keep busy. And you just kind of forget about it.
Right.
And sometimes I do think, why didn't I do this? Because, and Mama's mind was clear. She lived with me. She was 94. She died when she was 94. And the information she had was just, and she could have. She would write. She would read. She was wonderful. And we would talk, and I don't know. Now, being originally from Cancun, I have some beautiful memories of Cancun because my grandparents were such lovely people. And I spent a lot of my summers there with them, you know. And that's why I told you from the very beginning, I've had a great life.
That's
it
wonderful.
has been.
Well, you can see the life in you, Miss Lola. It comes out.
I don't know how my mother did it. I was 4 and Bud was 2 when we came. A single mom. Her husband had died. And how she did it, I don't know. But what they did, the teachers rented rooms. This is what Mama did when we first came. Rented rooms. You know where Raymond Broussard's house is? The big house down the road from Youngsville Middle before you get to mine.
Okay, on the right. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Well, the teachers lived there.
Ray. Okay, yes.
They rented the rooms upstairs. They're upstairs. It's bigger than mine. That's where the teachers lived. But my mother rented a house which is still there, directly across the street from Youngsville Middle, on the corner. It's still there. She rented 2 rooms for us when we first came. My grandparents wanted to keep us because they could, you know, and it would have been easier for her, but she did not want that. She brought us with her. And what she did is she would hire a black lady to stay with us while she was teaching. But you see, there were no cars. You had to get a place where you could go.
Right.
None of the teachers, not one teacher had a car.
What brought her to Youngsville? I know you said your father passed away, but what brought her? Why did she choose Youngsville? Do you know why she chose to come to Youngsville?
Here, yes,
ma'am.
I can tell you why. Her twin sister was teaching here.
Okay.
Her twin sister wasn't married. Mama was married with 2 children. You didn't teach. You were married. That's all right.
You didn't what?
You didn't teach when you were married.
Oh, okay. The place was to stay home.
So, and she had an older sister who was the secretary at Young's Industries. Her oldest sister was the secretary. So when Mama's twin sister was moving to Texas while she was teaching here, she moved to Texas to get married. Well, Mama we came in the middle of the year, Mama took her place. You see. it happened that Mama's oldest